Hello everybody, welcome back. It's time for more Cold Steel 2. Last time we killed a guy. We just killed a guy. It was no big deal. When I was skimming through a guide, I accidentally peeped like the results screen that you would get, which is gonna be after this. And it had like 7 students I was supposed to recruit. Didn't do any of that. I was like, oh shit. I was like, man, this seems even better paced than the last chapter. Why? Oh, I accidentally skipped all the boring part. Oh no. It wasn't even on purpose this time. That's crazy. We're gonna hang out with people. Because we have one of those days. Might as well get our bonding in. It's gonna take us like most of this episode. Maybe. We'll see. Look at this bear. She's like, look at it. I find it hard to believe he just walks up and be like, here, the bear. He didn't seem like the type. He probably bought it for me on a whim. There's probably a gun inside it. These are comfy chairs. I remember that. He like stared at me while he was in a bullet train, so he had to really look. Just like, I don't know how to do this cry thing. You know, I should have just assumed that she would have some aspects to her character be like that, because it's like, oh yeah, sure. She has like sea foam colored hair. Her original outfit that she wore before she joined the class was incredibly stupid. I should have just assumed, you know, it's one of those alien-esque artificial character types where it's just like, I don't understand this concept. I'm also incredibly strong and very weird. I guess we'll keep hanging out with you. You're like our highest up on the list, but it makes sense. I mean, you're all nice. You got big knockers. You've got magic going on. In terms of characters important to the plot, you seem important enough. You see, the game threw me through a loop because they spent like half of the last game like constantly throwing nuggets of foreshadowing for this character. So in my brain, she's automatically more important than more than half the class. But they're all important in their own way. They got like connections to other characters and stuff. You know, like Eustace is pretty like important and junk, but like my perspective has just been warped. Oh. I like that. I like the feeling of just like pushing the meter up, like, oh, make me feel alive. Who's over here? Yo, what's up, Mark? Not his name. What's up, Mark? How you doing, man? Yeah, I'd like to tag along. Please? Well, let's do this. It's a little car. Yeah, you're here that one time. What are those tiny cars? Did we become large in the last 5 minutes? These are surprisingly, like, detailed. Now, I know many people say, well, of course, KZ. Those are just car models that they made small. But to be fair, I haven't seen, like, remote control model cars in forever. I think last time I remember seeing one was, like, 2005. We had, like, a remote controlled truck one. Living with some family at the time. It was cool. I think we used it a grand total of once and then went, this takes how many batteries? No. Oh, good. I wonder if I get to play this. I doubt it, but I'd love it if I could. Bacana. These fucking fools. That was a pretty big thing. I'm a little frustrated that I didn't manage to come in first. The whole thing cheered you up. I said it was well worth doing. Thanks. I've been having a rough time ever since I accidentally murdered a man. We gotta win the war so people can play with fucking remote control cars. This is the future Erebonians want. Let's see where the rest of these are at. Are there any in the upper area? It doesn't look like it. Wait. Hold on. Use your eyes. Use your eyes, baby. Okay. I was like, I saw something. It's like, no, it's one of the faded ones. So that means it's down a floor. We got Gaius. I gotta be a little choosy now. Because there are more people here than there are, I can choose you again? Hold on, did I choose him? I feel like I chose Eustace. Am I going insane? I think I did. Now I don't know what happened. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a stroke. Ladies and gentlemen. I've had a stroke because I cannot remember if I did one with... No, I did one with Milliam. There we go. There we go. My brain just started jogging a little bit, and then I had to start counting in my head. And now I'm just hitting my forehead over and over again. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay, it's getting a bit more... I can't stop! Huh. I don't like this. I don't like these, like, you'll do anything for everyone because you're a fucking sucker. Not a fan. Yeah, they're still doing their thing. Just manipulating perception that they're not, that they're doing well the entire time, except for the times that they're not doing fine. We need you at your best. No one else can guide that robot. You are literally the only hope here. Oh, these two are greens. Can we not do this just for today? So it looks like I actually was able to recruit people onto the ship. That's good. I feel a little bit better about this whole situation. I didn't totally fail. I mean, I guess I could check every room in here for any extras. Though to be fair, there's not a bunch. There's the station. Can't go into the station. They're like, no, no one would ever want to go in there. No one would want to go in the military factor. That's true. No one actually wants to go in there. Toa's just chilling out in here. I think we'll do Laura. I think she's close to a rank up with me, so let's do that. She was in the RF store. It is an impressive place. Let's go window shopping with you. Is that a vacuum? Oh, yeah. It's an orbital version of a broom. Oh, no! Excuse me, miss. Oh, these are washing machines. Oh, God! We have to leave. Excuse me, miss. I can't believe that I've made a blunder not just once, but twice. Well, at least they were able to fix it. It only looked intimidating because of black smoke and electricity. Still, it really feels like you were born into the way of the sword. Yes, I was not born in the way of the appliance. We learned a valuable lesson here today. It's that she's a fucking idiot. It's pretty great. Well, that does it for our stopover day. Can I leave? They probably want me to head on over to the airport. Our baby's probably, yeah, it's parked over here. Would have liked to recruit more people, but it slipped my mind. Maybe I'll thumb through the guide a little bit for recruiting in the next one. If we're still doing that in the next one. Like, we'll see. We will board.
Wow, that must have been tough.
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
This game's fucking fucked up. You get a B. A B's like 80% at least. That's good, alright? You hit B's, you can arguably be on like an honor roll of some sort, getting the ABs, right? But I just get a B, and what is she's like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, okay. How about I throw you off this fucking ship?
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your insistence, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes. I was powerless to stop them. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart. Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
Then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep. Should you require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here? Yes, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
George, is something wrong?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment, and an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your Divine Knight.
Ooh.
How soon do you think you can come over?
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
I am interested in how you can make me even cooler. He looks old. He also has a monocle, which means he's incredibly important. I'm G. Schmidt. I'm the president. I wasn't expecting the pilot of the Ashen Knight to be a boy. If they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you, they're And they're just shitting all over themselves. You only just met him. Happens to be a student who helped get you that minor medal earlier in the year. One of the students put out the request that any input from me. Some things never change. Were you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldats? It is. Duke Cayenne made the request, and I agreed. Use the ancient robot, or Dean, and society's archaisms? I always forget how they pronounce it, as a reference point. And designed a frame that could be mass-produced even with the Rhineford Company's technological capabilities. And then I drew up plans for several models, oversaw the completion of a Draken prototype a few months back. Why do you ask? You do realize what you've done, right? The railway guns in Guerrilla Fortress and the orbital wave jamming device in Nord were both designed by him too. An engineer doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them. I just make the guns. I couldn't cope. I was just a fucking copium. I was in it, so I just left. What made you come visit the professor to begin with? That's why I called you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
George told me about what you're after. Says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student. I'm open to the possibility of designing something. You'll make a weapon? Said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have a condition. Zemurian ore. Ring any bells? I think so. That was, that's like the ultimate weapon ore that's in all the games. Oh, you know of it. Saves me the effort. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Zemuria. Astoundingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within. And what's more, as I learned while developing the Soldats, the frames of the Divine Knights are made up of that ore. Your Ashen Knight included. The double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too, which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zemurian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. Yet, it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials, and I'll be willing to assist. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you're doing it to atone for developing the Soldats, but I can't picture those words coming from you. Very thought makes me feel ill. Bear in mind, Zemurian ore is an incredibly rare material that you'll find enough of it to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design the finest Tachi you'll have ever laid eyes on. It'll also be, like 50 times bigger than the average one. Thanks, Professor. This will be a great help. Rare or not, we're going to find all the Zemurian ore we can to get this to work. I'll keep my expectations low. I was wondering when we were finally going to start working on getting ourselves a cool weapon. We politely excuse ourselves and we board the Courageous and depart from Ruhr. That's the title of the game, in case you're wondering. Blap. Touring Erebonia, number 3. Oh, nice. We put Angelica on the wheel. I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. You get used to this. Oh, you've really got the hang of it. Well, I'll be damned. Looks like you won't be needing me around any longer if you're this good with her. I hereby accept the positions of Chief Helmsman and Courageous Second in Command. It really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. Moving right along, good news is that we were able to liberate Ruhr. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marquis Rogner and his provincial army's withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before now was the Norsha Provincial Army. So the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is starting to sway. But only in East Erebonia. They still come out on top in the West. Prince Oliver said as much. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius are out there claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Eustace. He's a brilliant leader, as it shows. I mean, he is cool. He, I believe, is the exact same voice as my robot. We got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count. Mind giving us an update on the situation with Valimar's weapon? Yeah, Schmidt agreed to cooperate, right? Cooperate's a strong word. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. Remember, he's only going to help if we find enough ore. How we're going to get the stuff is beyond me. You said that Valimar himself is made of it. Wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you? Yeah, the clan knows very little regarding the creation of those knights. Some legends passed down through the clan said they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. They were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. That's an interesting name. Another term from old stories, much like anyone else, but I had no idea a band of artisans by that name existed. It's kind of funny when it's like, look at all these robots and futuristic stuff, and they're like, yo, but these witches and gnomes, though. You have to do difficult trials to get this stuff. You're aware of those ruins scattered around the country. Oh. The ones we've been doing, yes. Where the higher elements were active. Those are the ones that are called spirit shrines. They're built on top of septium veins long, long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive Zemurian ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So if there's any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amount you need, it's there. Why don't you, like tell us in advance or anything? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? It wasn't really irrelevant until now. I only exist to exposit dialogue and be, I don't know, an animal mascot that you don't want to be here. And I'm like, you're right. Let's ignore that and focus on helping out the country, recruiting kids back onto the courageous, getting my sword, things that matter. And then the cat will keep going in my robot when I do a boss fight, as if she contributes anything to the part where she's with me on the robot. Because I don't know why the cat goes in there, despite the fact me like not liking not liking this cat a lot. I don't know why she comes in every time. Is it like just she doesn't assist? She doesn't like use a magic thing. They didn't give the cat a role when you go inside Valimar. They're just like, I guess it happened the first time, so it has to be every time. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think maybe, I think you may have to write something. Cruising for a bruising. Imagine Yusuf Alberia weeping for the safety of his province's people as they're chased through the streets by a ravaging monster. Surely you won't let that happen, though. To fucking fight this monster. Fucking Oliver, I swear to fucking God. Bloop. Dearest ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the liberty of calling upon you for a request of my own, unbeknownst to my worthy rival. I have left a letter in the location indicated by a blue cross. I've fucking had enough of you. Gone Air. Oh man, that's great. That's like Con Air, the iconic Nicolas Cage film that is really secretly a tank. So here's the deal. An airliner got hijacked mid-trip and went missing, but we managed to track it to the Isengard range. Right now, the hostages are still inside. So we're gonna rescue them. It's gonna be tough. That's when you and the courageous come in. TLoH can give you specifics on how to reach us, but we'll be waiting in the Isengard range. Klein and Hebel. This one's from Klein. And Hebel's with him, too. Not so happy about the airliner going missing. Doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore, dangerous as it sounds. But look at this one. Phantom Thief B. Reading a letter? As if we have time to be concerning ourselves with bullshit. Yeah, but Oliver will make it so it's worth AP for completion, despite us doing a job for someone who's clearly an antagonist. This seems a little contrived. Yeah, it's pretty contrived and bad, but we'll do it anyway. The trials will be difficult when doing the shrines. It's temporarily not possible to remove Fee from your party. Okay, that's fine. I'll of course bring you in. And you in. And everyone's kind of even-ish. But you're pretty high up, so I'll instead get other people. You and you. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Alright. I have a guide over here. And I pulled it up to like the character profile thing in this guide. And it lists a bunch of characters that I don't know. But I see that the requirements are recruiting them to get character files and where I can find them, which means this time we will not fail in our true job. That said, I bet there's new weapons we can buy. So let's not go too crazy here. Let's check out the shop, see what we can get. I'm sure maybe they stocked up in Ruhr or something. Boarding gate. Here we go. The sword store. Welcome, I have every weapon you could want. Like the Kiri Ichimonji. Let's see. Top of the list are the people that are in the main party, so. There we go. Based staff of some sort. Silver cane. Oh, we can't afford that. We're fresh out of options. Not anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, we are rich. Feels good? Feels good. And then for you, we're going to get you the Ogre Buster. I just realized I have to unequip them of all of these because we're going to end up... You know what sucks about getting these weapons is that there's a separate upgrade menu that you can usually, like, immediately do too, right? So you can go in, you buy the weapons, and it's like, of course I want to equip it, but then there's an upgrade thing that you can almost immediately do. And it's like, you equipped it, so we can't do it. We have no idea how our video game works, so we can make this a solvable problem. So I'm just like, God damn you. Let's see things I missed. Manly munchies. Beautiful manly munchies. Look at these. They're wonderful. Does it change each time? Oh yeah, I think I have to like leave this room entirely for it to give me like different shit. This is how it worked in the pawn shop in the first game. You pop in, you'd pop out, you'd reinspect, and it would give you more of these to look at. And then it'd give you like different things. I don't know why I'm wasting my money on a system that I clearly don't use also. A little crazy of me to just do that. That said, did they change it at all? They did not. That's weird. It's weird that they don't like gray out the ones you already read, because look at this. I'll try to hit milk tea again. Oh, there we go. I remember in the original game that they straight up would let me read the same thing twice. And they're like, no, you already read this. So hats off to them for making it not like that. Thank God. Because it was kind of a nightmare in the previous game of me going like, is this the one I did? It's 5 a.m. and I'm just trying to get every recipe book for one quest. Please help me. I'm turning to fucking dust. Where's the elevator, by the way? There we go. Let's head to the Orbital Factory. Get some upgrades in there. Get that going. Who's piloting the ship? Our dear Toe is testing out autopilot. Don't fucking worry about it. Leave me alone. I agree. I'm trying to talk to fucking George. I'm not here to have 85 sentences. I'm here for video game assistance. I came to talk to the shop. You see, it said shop above your head. And my assumption was I could do the shop and not talk to you. What are you doing? Trying to act like a real character with writing attached. No one asked for that except for everyone, including myself. Had enough. We're gonna customize these to get the Tora Ichimonji. The Solemnity. The Invisible Edges. And what was the other person who was in my main party? You. Hammer Arm. Alright, we have our proper things for our main people. Let's pop these babies on. Yeah, Millium's real strong. Like 1600 attack. That's great. Alright, well, we've gotten weapons. That's good enough for me for now. Let's head on over to the bridge. Yo, shoutouts to fucking the person in the comment section of it's been like a month since that video came out, but I record ahead or whatever. I made a comment about Luciola or whatever her name is in fucking Trails in the Sky SC for being a fucking terrible character, and they're like, KZ, stop, don't do that. You're implying she's a character. And to that response I say, man, beautiful. It's beautiful when my comments are correct. I do appreciate the people going, well, at least he's announcing in the description and is self-aware of the fact that he's just shitting his pants while he plays this game. It's like, yeah, that's the mood we have to establish here. I will mash the attack button against enemies, not properly not end up reading the correct thing, or just spam S-crafts, and if I don't win the fight, I will proclaim it as badly designed, because that's how this works, ladies and gentlemen. We are a corrupt system that cannot be controlled. We can now travel to the Isengard range, flying there whenever you wish to start Klein and Hibel's request. I can now go to Ruhr. The Sashin Iron Mine. The Schwartz Drosh Barrier. Between your efforts and Emma and Celine's additional investigation, you can now fly to the 4 Spirit Shrines. The Ignis Shrine in Norsha Highway. The Nord Highlands Aria Shrine. The Terra Shrine from Gorelia Byroad. and the Aqua Shrine. Main story will advance when you complete any one of these shrines. Be sure to... Any one of these.
Where do you want to go?
Huh. Do I have to do all of them again? I did like 3 of them. I'm pretty sure I haven't done a 4th yet. We'll focus on getting these kids first. Getting our classmates. So, there's apparently one in the RF store in Ruhr. So we will start here.